Okay guys, so you're joining me for my very first run on the SR GT 125. I've never tried it before now. This is my first run. Obviously I come to this from a 50cc Zoomer, which is a whole different thing. This is a bigger bike, a heavier bike so far, and I'm just pulling out of my street. Feels nice and smooth. Engine fires up no problem. We've got a total of 3 miles on the clock, which will be just the testing from the garage. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a run round my usual sort of commute route, just to get used to it. Because you don't want to go anywhere mad, you know, with the first time you're using a new bike. You want to get a feel for it, because it's going to be very different from the last one. The engine's quite quiet. Mirrors aren't bad. Traffic lights here are just the same. So it's really, seat's nice and comfortable. Riding position's good, you're upright. So yep, so far okay. And we're off. Push to cancel indicators, which is nice. Now obviously we're on the running in period here, so we're not going to do anything mad, because we need to keep to about 40 for the first 600 miles or so, just to loosen up the engine. Just get used to turning it, that's it. Push to cancel indicators, which are nice after the Zoomer. They were always a bit fiddly, that's why I put the audible indicators in. It's just a question of getting a feel for the new bike, because it's obviously different, and make sure I'm comfortable with it. But it's purring along nicely. Obviously it's a more comfortable ride, the suspension's a lot better than the Zoomer. The wheels are a lot bigger, so it's going to soak up the mess of the Edinburgh roads. I'm just looking at the mirrors, and I think with my height and width I might have to look at getting mirror extenders on. That's right, don't indicate, I'll just guess where you're going, that's okay. Certainly instant power that you didn't get with the Zoomer. I mean, this has been now up to, that's 36, that's almost the Zoomer's top speed. And on this, you hardly feel like you're moving. Excuse the piles of rubbish you might see everywhere. Edinburgh's in the middle of a bin strike just now, so it's a bit grim. Throttle's very responsive, lovely and smooth and responsive. Yeah, now there's just me going over a pothole there that in the Zoomer I'd have been bone shaking, hardly felt it. The right hand mirror is good, the left hand mirror, I think I might need an extender on that. That's a bit, if I can move it a bit, it's a bit, not the best view you're getting. This bike doesn't have ABS braking, it has combined braking, which is a slightly cheaper option. The 200cc version of this bike does have ABS braking, but I don't think you're going to see many of those in this country, because the licensing laws in this country, it's hardly worth the bother, because to ride it you'd need a full license, and if you've bothered getting a full license, why are you going to go for something that's only marginally above a 125, which you could ride on a CBT? I have to say it's a very smooth ride so far. I hope you can see any of this, by the way. I don't know, the cameras I've got on were obviously set up for the Zoomer. I may have to adjust their angles and things for this bike, but I didn't have time to do that. I thought I want to get out and give it a try. It's quite wide. I mean, like getting on board, you wouldn't particularly want to be a short person on this. The switches are a bit of a stretch as well. you know, and I'm quite big hand, so it's not, I wouldn't say it's a bike for a short or a small person particularly. You may struggle a bit, but it's nice, I'll say that. We're just going to carry up Easter Road here. I'm just going to go around the block sort of thing, just so I've got a wee feel for it. I've still got to do a reveal video for my YouTube channel, so I'll be doing that. It does feel very stable though, which is nice. Top of the road here, we're going to turn left, head back along. The dash, as you can see, it's a black and white dash. I hope you can see it anyway. It's not brilliant in the bright sunlight, but you know, I like the layout of the dash, tells you all you need to know. 17 degrees. Here he comes, round you come, plenty of room, sir. Fuel, they've put half a tank in, so that's fine. Fuel tank, I think, 9 litres, so almost double what the Zoomer had. So that's going to do me a fair while when I'm, you know, for my normal commute and things. It's funny, this is the first new scooter since I sold the PCX and bought the Zoomer, and I remember taking the Zoomer out for the first time and thinking, oh my god, this is slow. But not so much with this. It's a Sunday, by the way, so the traffic's a bit more laid back than other days. Well, that's the idea anyway. We're coming to the end of the Edinburgh Festival now, so it's all winding down. This bin strike, if you want to see the state of Uptown, I tell you, it is unbelievable. There's rubbish everywhere. Looks like a third world country. Okay, off we go. It's that acceleration, that extra bit of power you get. I'm not used to that after 3 years on a Zoomer. Brakes are nice, very responsive again. Excellent. So far so good, guys. So far so good. 5 miles in total now. Only 595, and we have to do the first service, where I'm going to have to pay somebody to do an oil change, which is really rather annoying. Seems it's something I can do myself, but in order to keep in with the warranty, you're going to have to get a garage to do it, which is okay. It's a really, this is such a smooth bike to ride. It's incredible. This is lovely, and it's obviously the bigger tyres are making a difference. It's funny, but when you're actually parking it up and you're putting it into the space, it doesn't feel, it feels heavy. It's obviously a lot heavier than the Zoomer, but it doesn't feel particularly bulky. You know, the PCX had a lot of plastic on it, and it felt like a fairly substantial bike. This feels quite narrow, and especially at the rear. I know this isn't very interesting viewing this route, but it's just to go somewhere I know, just to get us a wee it's a lot further down to put your foot than it is on the Zoomer, that's for sure. Engine's purring away nicely. Obviously fuel injected engine again, so as they all have to be now in this country and in Europe as well, Euro 5. The guy in a Vespa there, he'll be feeling the bumps. This is as smooth as silk, I tell you that. It is as smooth as silk. A little twist on the accelerator and the speed builds nicely. You're right to go into the bus lane. Oh, go on then, you're going to. no, you're turning in there. Okay. Okay. Make up your bloody mind. There's actually a passing switch on this. I could have flashed him the passing switch there, which is just down the front. I'm trying to see what it's there. It's that little button on top there. We'll use that in future. Right, madam, where are you going? Oh dear, where are we going here? Just have a nasty feeling she's waiting to do a sudden turn somewhere, so I'm just keeping an eye on it. Barely above 20. See what I mean? There's the rubbish piled up there. That's quite good compared to some of the town. This woman would be slowing the zoomer up, never mind me. I mean, surely this is a sign here, this must be a 30, surely. I know most of Edinburgh's 20, but I don't think this is. Oh, it's an old lady. It's an old lady. Well, we'll all be old one day, I suppose. I think it's the police. And nudge in here. I think what we'll do is we'll just we're riding along. This is a nice little ride and it's a nice day. We shall head on. I'm just going to turn back town. I think we're going to head on along to Musselburgh and take some photos maybe by the harbour, do the reveal there. Da 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 da. I'm going to get stuck behind this wee old lady all the way to Musselburgh myself. There we go. That's right, just you come right out. You've really got to be so careful. Right, I've lost my wee old lady. Where did she go? Must have turned down that road. Right, excellent. Just beware of the police car here. Portobello, Edinburgh Seaside they call it. It's quite nice, it's usually a bit busy, so especially a nice day like this, so we'll head along to Musselburgh. See what's doing along there, not far away, and it gives the bike a wee run out on its first journey really. This is just like, I mean I keep going on about it, but it is so smooth, it's such a smooth ride. You're gliding along here. Compared of course to Zuma where you had every pothole and bump going that you felt. It also means the suspension, well the suspension this will be a lot better. Obviously I'm back to the L plates again. Sometimes you find that the so-called big bikers don't nod as much when you've got L plates on. I found actually I got a lot more nods on the Zoomer than I ever did on any of my other 125. Now whether that's because it was a very quirky looking bike, or whether that was because I didn't have L plates, because obviously I was riding that on a full moped licence, so I didn't need them. I don't know. Traffic's slow today, but well, the Sunday drivers are out, which is fine, you know, we're not hearing about this is break-in period for the bike, so this gentleman seems to be in the middle of the road. He's decided to join us in the centre line. nice riding at low speeds too. It's again very stable. Like I say, I'll not be doing anything above 40 until we get here we are through Musselburgh, by the way, until we get the break-in period out the way, and then we'll go for some faster runs. Here we are heading into Musselburgh. Turn down to the shore and I'll film the reveal video for my channel and head back, and that's the bike and give it a nice wee run out on its first day. You bring that to an absolute stop. You just sit on it, balance it, lovely. It's funny not hearing the audible indicators anymore. I'm used to them. Okay, here we are. Swing it over here. Stuck in here. Nah, not me. Okay. Right, time for the reveal video to shoot. Okay, let's start her up. Let's head back for home. Reveal video done. Nice shots. Musselburgh on the bike for my YouTube and Instagram. So let's mosey on back home. Oh, right, right over the bump there. I didn't even see it coming. I'd have been half thrown off the zoomer on that. Right, I've just got to remember now where the street we cut up here is. I think it's here. It's very strange switching on the indicators and not having that mad bleeping sound for the bleeper I put in. I see you when you come. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, save us, man. Is that my little old lady again? Right, let's go. Right, off back home. You know, this is one of these bikes that just sort of encourages confidence in riding it. You already feel you're starting to, you know, put it around corners and things with a bit more ease. Traffic lights are not working very well here. Keep an eye on this one up here because the rest all seem to be dead. Actually, I could have popped into Lidl there and done my weekly shopping. This might be a nice wee run along now. There's no point going to the local one 2 minutes up the street anymore. We can give the bike a bit of a run out. I've got a set of Oxford saddlebags that I used to use with the PCX, which I'm hoping will do a nice job, and I can use them again on this bike. They've been sitting in a cupboard for the last 30 mile an hour limits. Been sitting in a cupboard for the last 3 years. I've had the Zuma because they were far too big for that. And I bought the Kemimoto ones for the Zuma. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I might keep them just in case I ever have a small capacity bike again, or I might just put them up and sell them. We shall see. No old ladies this time. We're hurrying along nicely. So yeah, initial thoughts on the SR GT 125 are entirely positive. One negative I've noticed: the back of that side, the centre stand, sticks out quite a bit, the lever for pushing it down. I've caught my ankle in that a couple of times just pushing the bike towards the road there as we left the harbour. I mean, that's literally the only thing I can find so far, and that's pretty minor. It's just something you need to get used to. It does stick out a bit. Apart from that though, I have to say it's a very good centre stand. The bike it's a quite a heavy bike, and it levers up onto it very, very easily indeed. You need almost no pressure at all. It's great, so I can't really complain. That's a minor point, folks, minor point. If I find anything else in the coming days, I mean, I'm back to work tomorrow. I've recovered from COVID, I've tested negative. I'm feeling really, in the space of 24 hours, completely different. I felt lousy on Friday, woke up on Saturday and felt almost right back to my old self, and tested and I was negative. So incredible. It came on very quickly and it left very quickly. So yeah, back to work tomorrow after a week off, so we'll be doing the first commute. It's only a very short commute, mine, so this is why I need to start using the bike for longer runs, because, you know, just to do it for that commute, that was fine for the Zuma, that's what it's really there for, a little city run around. But to simply keep this bike for that would be a complete waste. So where are we up to now? Well, I've done a whole 11 miles now. Woohoo! 589 to go till the first service, and then we can start cranking open the throttle a bit. Very stable to ride, even at almost stopping there. Are you going? No, you can't. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, as I say, back to work tomorrow, my short daily commute. But what I tend to find, certainly when I had the PCX, is I took a longer route home to enjoy the bike more, and I'll probably end up doing that on this as well. Whereas of course the Zoomer, being a little town bike, you just want to get from A to B as quickly as possible and avoid any faster roads if you can. But this is a different kettle of fish, this one. This one we want to get out and enjoy a bit more. And then my sister lives down in the Scottish borders. I used to take the PCX down there to visit. Obviously, I mean, you could have done it with a Zoomer, but you'd have had a trail of traffic a mile long behind you halfway down, because the roads there are quite awkward and quite narrow in some places, so it wasn't really practical. But this again will be perfect for going down there to visit. I've got a friend up in Fife who's Scooty Man on YouTube. If you're interested in Honda Visions and general bike maintenance, bike repairs, bike investigations. He's got everything. Scooty Man on YouTube. He's just bought a, what is it now, a Pan-European, second-hand Honda Pan-European. So he's got everything from big bikes down to the little Honda Vision. So, and this guy really knows his stuff. So if you fancy a more technical as well as fun bike videos, check out Scooty Man on YouTube. Very good friend of mine, lovely guy. Been very helpful with some issues with the Zoomer. No, really, it's just advice really from, as the Zoomer introduced me to sort of bike maintenance, and it wasn't something I'd really done before. He was great help for that. Lovely guy, as I say, always happy to help anyone. So I'm hoping to get up to Fife to see him. I used to live in Fife when I had my 125 Honda Dillon. I'd commute from Fife to Edinburgh and back again every day. But again, with only a 50cc, it's been a few years since I've been over in Fife. In fact, the last time I took with PCX over, the new bridge hadn't even been built yet, so that shows you how long ago that was. I'm not allowed on the new bridge, New Queen's Ferry Crossing, to go to Fife, because obviously I've got a 125 and I've got L plates. I'm a learner, whereas the new bridge is classed as a motorway. So I will still be going over my old route on the old bridge, which will be quite nostalgic. So I used to do that every day. With some hairy rides over that, I can tell you, in the winter when the wind got up. It was great fun. Used to be going over at a sort of 90-degree angle. But always got me there. I tell you, Honda Dillon, best scooter I ever had. If this does half as well as that, I'll be happy. I'm going to do a piece on my YouTube channel soon, just going over all the bikes I've had, share some adventures with you, photographs, that sort of thing. As I say, there's been some triumphs and there's been some tragedies, so there's a lot of fun stuff to come in that. Because obviously, this being a newer bike, it's a brand new bike, and on a warranty, then obviously I'm not going to be doing as much mechanical stuff with this as I did with the Zoomer. Well, I mean, realistically, I'm going to be doing no mechanical stuff with it, hopefully, because if anything goes wrong, it's a warranty issue. And even things like the oil change, first oil change, I have to do at a garage, which is really annoying. I have to pay for that when I could do it myself in half an hour. But I have to do it at a garage, or you're going to invalidate the warranty. So, you know, this will be, you know, maybe some pimping jobs for this. I'm thinking my old favourites, wheel rim tape and stuff like that. So I'll probably do that. But mechanically, this bike is not going to be as many mechanical based videos as there were with the Zoomer by any stretch of the imagination. This is going to be more about getting out there, seeing a bit of the country, having a bit of fun. And yeah, it should be good. I think I go in this lane. Do I go in this lane? I think I do go in this lane, yes. So yeah, delighted with my first run out. It's been absolutely brilliant. I just love the style of this bike. It's what attracted me to it in the first place. To me, it's just a nicer looking bike. It just is a little bit away from that sort of standard modern auto scooter look. You're almost going down the motorbike route to a small extent. It's a lovely bike, delighted with it. Yeah, very excited for what's to come. Okay guys, so I'm going to turn off and head down home now, so that's probably a good place to wrap this video up. Thanks very much for coming along to my first ever ride on an SR GT 125. Love it so far. It's been absolutely beautiful. The smoothness, the power, everything fantastic. The only thing I could fault is a slightly sticky out centre stand, but that's probably me just falling over things and being clumsy, and I'll soon get used to that. Other than that, lovely. Thanks for coming along. I'll do more stuff. I'm going to do a short video on my YouTube channel just putting the L plates on, because I think somebody on one of the GT forums commented, where'd you put the L plates or how'd you attach them? So I've done a quick video on that just for anyone. It's basically just an excuse to do a video, but that'll be coming along too. Any comments, any questions about this bike, please fire away. Obviously I'm going to be not as knowledgeable at this as I was about the Honda Zoomer, so and bear that in mind. And of course any Zoomer questions, well, fire away too, always happy to answer them. So that's it guys, thanks for coming along. Thanks for coming with me on my first ever scooter ride on the SR GT, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Cheers guys, like and subscribe if you can. Thank you very much. All the best now.